Right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakah Kodash, which is the true name of the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son, are two great kings, the gods that the King James Bible speaks of, which again, the true name of the Heavenly Father is Yahweh, and His only begotten Son, who the world of ignorance calls Christ. True name is Yahweh Shai. Second of all, I want to give double honors to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone, Elder Tahar, and on down that rule and teach well. And third of all, I want to give a peace and safety to the hopeful elect out there, the brothers that push this truth, the truth of the King James Bible, and all truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the globe. All right, so I just want to do a short lesson of how alone the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai allows it to go. I don't want to name the video. They don't care if you're a citizen or not. All right. And Lord Wills, brothers, can see on the screen the inspiration for this lesson comes from this article that I have here from The Guardian. All right. This is for fair use purposes only. I'm not using this for any monetary gain, just for educational purposes only. Fair use, fair use. And it reads, U.S. citizens jailed in L.A. ICE raids speak out. They came ready to attack. All right. So, like, starting with the elders and apostles of Great Millstone and brothers ranking on down have been saying that ultimately they're going to throw, U.S. citizens in these detention camps as well. All right. Or in these concentration camps as well. Because that's all, these so-called immigration detention centers are. They're nothing but concentration camps. Like Alligator Alcatraz is nothing but a concentration camp. All right. The facilities out in California is nothing but a concentration camp. All right. But just right now, the persecution is heavily coming down on the Northern Kingdom, but ultimately it's going to come down on the Northern and Southern Kingdom, rather you're a U.S. citizen or not. All right. So it says, as two masked men drug her. Hold on. I'll just read this part. It says, as two masked men drugged her into a unmarked SUV, Adria Valdez, so like if I pronounced that wrong, tried to focus on details she might later remember. One man's red shirt, the car's leather seat, a black backpack, and a black backpack inside. It said at 9:20 a.m. on the 24th of June in downtown Los Angeles, a 32-year-old was heading into work as a footwear company when the men in a gator mask jumped out of the car and started chasing the vendor and other people on the streets. She recalled as people fled, Valdez froze and held onto her bag. All right, so they're like the hop out boys, they're like the jump out boys. All right, it says suddenly she recalled one of the men slammed her to the ground and placed her into the car. The man had police vests, but otherwise were in plain clothes and didn't identify themselves. She didn't know why they had taken her. Salakia, sit down real quick. It's getting hot out here. Salakia, brothers. All right, so it says the man, it turned out were immigration and custom enforcement, ICE, deportation officers. And they were looking to question people about whether they were lawfully present in the U.S. And the agent later wrote, Velez, how you pronounce the name, is a U.S. citizen who grew up in downtown, not far from the incident. It says they just came outright to attack anyone. And Vez, in her first interview since her arrest, I thought they were kidnapping me. A day after the arrest, the Department of Justice charged Vaz with assaulting an officer, which carried a 20-year sentence. The claim was shocking to Vaz, who was 4 foot tall and 11 inches. It said she had not laid one hand on anyone. She is one of many Southern California residents swept up as the Trump administration has aggressively jailed and persecuted protesters as well as civilians who filmed objects to ICE arrests and bystanders caught up in a raid. ICE detained more than 2,000 immigrants in the region in June. Now I'm trying to pronounce his name. The Trump appointed U.S. attorney for the region has persecuted at least 18 people on claims they interfere with immigration arrests, which most defendants accused of assaulting persecutors have been found to dismiss at least 5 of those felony cases, including the one against Valls. The Guardian revealed last week that the Justice Department also dropped felony assault cases against 4 anti-ICE demonstrators after officers made false and misleading statements about events captured on film. All right, so that's all I'm gonna read. So, this is more proof that it's just grabbing up anybody. All right, any and everybody, just hopping out. If you look like a so-called Latino, all right, the features of a so-called Latino, or you live in an area where there's a heavy so-called Latino population, all right, and they see you, walking around or whatever, they're pretty much just jumping out on any and everybody. All right, they're pretty much just jumping out on any and everybody. And so I'm gonna pause it real quick. I got another article I want to show. All right, Salaki Brothers, Lord Woods Brothers, can see on the screen. This article is from, and this is for fair use purposes only. I'm not using this for any monetary gain, just for educational purposes only. Fair use. From the New York Times, and it says ICE offers and then quickly withdraws cash bonuses for swiftly deporting immigrants. All right, so also on top of that, I'm pretty sure they're offering, some type of bonus or whatever for the more people that they deport, or the more people that they capture. All right. It says on Tuesday morning, Immigration and Customs Enforcement announced in an international email that it will offer cash bonuses to agents for deporting people quickly. So there you go. So they're just grabbing anybody up just to get the money. All right, just to get the money, they're just grabbing and snatching any and everybody up. All right, for the money. So that's why they're not really even, going through due process. All right, they're not going through due process at all. Asking for papers. Let me see your papers. Show me your paperwork. Show me your social security or whatever information they can prove that you're a U.S. citizen. They're not doing none of that. They're just grabbing them up, and that's the reason why. Probably is this: they're getting cash bonuses for just grabbing people up. All right, again, it says on Tuesday morning, Immigration and Customs, or ICE, Enforcement announced in an international email that it will offer cash bonuses to agents for deporting people quickly. So you grab them, throw them in the back of the car or the back of the SUV. All right, take them to the nearest detention center. All right, for deportation, for the process of deportation to begin, and you get your money. You get your bonus. So that's why they're not even. So I can pause it one more time.